All right, shalom, shalom. All right, so we're going to continue. This is part two of the previous video. Okay, Salaki, I don't have a title for it, but this is just a continuation from part one. This is part two. Okay, so as I mentioned at the end of the last video, okay, Christopher Columbus, one of his favorite Bible books was the Second Esdras. Okay, and you can look that up. I'm not just pulling that out from anywhere. Okay, that's actual fact. Okay, that's history. All right. And in the last video, we read this verse here. OK, let me read this verse again. Second Esdras chapter 13 and verse 39, because we have to highlight this. OK, because we're about to read some of the memoirs. All right, of Christopher Columbus. All right. You know, amid his journeys, back and forth to here, here in America, man. All right. Coming across these, so-called North American Indians. All right. It says, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude. Okay. So they were a peaceable multitude, man. They were a peaceable people, man. Okay. And it's the reason why I'm highlighting that. Okay. Let's get this. All right. Because when you look at this here, all right, this is from the website. There were many articles, but I read this one here, and it matches up with the point that I'm trying to make here to prove that the Native American Indians, okay, were a part of the lost 10 tribes that came over here to the unknown world at that time, okay, which we know today as the North America and South America, and even Central America, the islands, and you know. This is from the Witness, thewitness.com. Okay. You see it, you see it there. All right. And the title reads, What Columbus Really Thought About Native Americans. Okay. Okay. Because he came in contact with the Native Americans, right? So we're going to skip past the intro there. We're going to go right here. Okay. It says Columbus journal entries. All right. It says Columbus kept a journal of his travels. It says and impressions of the new world. Okay, you see that? Where no man ever dwelt. Okay, as it is written right here. Okay, it says where it says right here, verse 41, 2nd Esdras 13 and 41. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, right, where they were in captivity, all right, and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. See, that's the unknown world or the new world. Okay, you see, because it was a new area in the world. All right, continuing on, it says an entry from October 1492, all right, just after his arrival in the Americas. All right, reveals his racist, all right, views of the Native Americans. All right, so let's read. All right, so this is from his memoirs. All right, let's read. It says, it appeared to me, all right, to Christopher Columbus, it appeared to me to be a race of people very poor in everything. Okay, this is what he thought of, the lost 10 tribes, man. Okay, it says they go as naked when when their mothers bore them. Okay. So he was claiming that they were walking around naked, which was false. All right. And as we read further, you're going to see. It says, and so do the women. All right. It says also, although I did not see more than one young girl, all I saw were youths. None more than 30 years of age. Okay. So all of them looked very, very young. Okay. It says they are very well made. See, how are they walking around naked? But then you say that they were very well made. Okay, come on, man. It says they are very well made, with very handsome bodies. All right, which Esau is a damn sodomite, man. Okay, you would only call men handsome. Okay. Anyway, it says a very good countenance, all right, and very good countenances. It says their hair is short and coarse. Who has coarse hair? Okay, don't think too hard about this, Jake. Okay, who has coarse hair? Okay. Oh, don't see those people were Negroes. Negroes was already here. No, man. All right. And we're going to prove that too, man. All right. Let's continue on. It says, their hair is short and coarse, almost like the hairs of a horse's tail. Okay. You see, you ever seen the hair on a horse's tail? Okay. Don't look like Negro hair. All right. But it is coarse. It says they wear their hairs brought down to the eyebrows, except a few locks behind. Okay, now I know a lot of people are going, oh, see, look, they had dreadlocks, so those was Negroes. See. No, okay. When you go into the word locks, matter of fact, here, let's do it. So this is the book of Judges, chapter 16 and verse 13, and it reads, and Delilah said unto Samson, okay, so this is about Samson, hereunto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, all right, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with web, okay, hold on. People might say, oh, see, Samson had dreadlocks. No, let's go into that word locks, okay. He says, weave the 7 locks of my head, right? Let's see. Matter of fact, let's go into that word weavest, okay? You see the Hebrew word there. It says to weave, to braid, woven, all right? Plait, okay? You go into that word plate, okay? Let's go right here. You go into that word plate, okay? It says to fold something, gather in plates, double in narrow strips, okay? You don't fold dreadlocks, man, okay? You fold braids, like Jay get braids in their hair today. That's what plaiting is, or plating, okay? All right, or locks of the head, okay? That's why he said 7 locks. He had 7 braids, okay? All right, so let's go back. All right, let's go back to Christopher Columbus and what he said about the Native Americans, okay? Start at here. I'm gonna put it at the top so you can see it. It says they are very well made, with their handsome bodies and very good countenances. Their hair is short and coarse, almost like the hair of horses. It's like of a horse's tail. They wear their hairs brought down to their eyebrows, except a few locks. Okay, which we just proved that locks goes into braids. Okay, all right. So they had braids. It says a few locks behind, so they had braids in the back of their head. Okay, which they wear long and never cut. Okay, so they had long braided hair, which is when you look at the Native American Indians today, okay, or even any tribes of the northern tribes, okay, the so-called Puerto Ricans, they wear braids, long, braids down to down their back. All right, so-called Mexican women, right, or even Mexican men, a lot of times, man. All right, wear braids down to the back of their, you see. So it says they wear their hairs brought down to their eyebrows, except a few locks behind, which they wear long and never cut. All right. They paint themselves black. Now, hold on. Now, well, if they already black, why would they have to paint themselves black? Okay. You got to really ask yourself these questions. Okay. You see, you got to really ask yourself these questions, man. All right. Because look, here's a scripture here. We'll get it. All right. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. All right. And it reads, Ephraim. All right. He have Ephraim. Okay. Which are the so-called Puerto Ricans. Right. All right. But notice it says Ephraim. He have mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Okay. Now, Ephraim is the head tribe of the what? The 10 lost tribes, okay? The northern kingdom tribes, okay? You see, which consists of who? The so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Mexicans, so-called Cubans, so-called North American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians, and etc. Okay? So this is talking about the entire northern tribes as well, okay? That they mix themselves among the people, and they are a cake unturned. Now, what does that mean, a cake unturned? When you look at, let's say here, okay, Let's make it simple for Jake, right? Because Jake like to, Jake is very visual, right? Now, if you look at what we call today pancakes, okay, all right, or any type of cake, all right, cooking, baking, any type of cake, right? But let's just stick to pancakes, okay? Now, as you can see with the pancakes, okay, that if they're not, as soon as you turn them, you see what color they get, right? They get dark brown, right? Different shades of dark brown, okay? But but before they're turned, you see that they're light brown. You see that? All right. It says Ephraim is a cake unturned, so that would be the color of Ephraim right there. Okay. And when you look at so-called, here, let me type it in, Puerto Ricans. Okay. Salakia. Well, let's look at natives. Native American. All right. We look at Native Americans. Look at that. It's cake unturned, man. All right. You see that? I'm just picking random pictures. Okay. Cake unturned, right? Now you have Native Americans that are of different tones. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. They don't look like Negroes to me. Okay. Even though some of them are of the same shade as a so-called Negro. Okay. But it says Ephraim is a cake unturned, man. Okay. That would be that a long coarse hair. All right. As Christopher Columbus described. Okay. That's that long coarse hair right there. So imagine that hair being braided to the back. Okay. And what Jake called hang time. All right. Hanging down the back of their backs. Okay. There you go. All right. Coarse hair. Okay. As a horse's tail. Okay. So let's get back. Let's get back. I just wanted to make that point, right? Really quickly, man, because you'll still have some simple Jake, saying, oh, well, see, that means they were Negroes. No, that does not mean they were Negroes. Okay. So let's continue on. It says they painted themselves black. They painted themselves black. Now, hold on, man. Because Native Americans painting their faces period, right? But especially black, right? I mean, it has its meanings, right? But that is a trait of the North American Indians, man. Okay, as you can see right here in the picture, this is just one example. Okay, there's tons and tons of examples, right? But you see, they're painting their face black. You see, and they would paint their face look red. You see, red, black. You see. Come on, man. This is easy, man. This is easy, man. Let's go back. It says they paint themselves black, and they are the color of. It says Canarians. Okay. Now this is interesting. You see, it says Canarians, right? They are the color of Canarians, right? Oh, well, see, they black. No, they painted their faces black, and Christopher Columbus said no, their skin tone was as the color of Canarians. Or who are Canarians, man? Well, I looked it up. All right. Canary Islanders, okay, or Islanders, okay. It says Canary Islanders, okay, or Canarians are a Romance people, all right, and ethnic group, okay, which we know them as who, the North American Indians, right? But it's saying that they are as the color of Canarian people, right? So this is a whole separate people, okay, that we're reading about. But let's read further. It says they reside on the Canary Islands, an autonomous community of Spain near the coast of Northwest Africa. All right, and descendant from a mixture of Spanish settlers and Aboriginal. It says Guanche people. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the images, man. Those don't look like Negroes to me, man. Okay. Those don't look like Negroes to me. So Christopher Columbus was saying, look, the Native Americans, man, their skin tone was as the Canarian people. And these are the Canarian people. Do they look dark skinned with fat noses and fat lips and they look like your average Negro today? No, they don't. You see? Now I'm gonna say it again. You had some that were of different shades, right? Some were darker, right? But that doesn't mean that they were that they were automatically Negroes, man. Okay. But even Christopher Columbus put in his memoirs when he came in contact with the tribe of Gad, the North American Indians. All right. He compared their skin tones as the Canarian people. And here are the Canarian people right here. You see? Look, different shades, man. Okay. Look at that. You see? Look at that. You see? So let's go back. Let's go back. All right. It says, and they are the color of the Canarians, all right, which we just saw the Canarians, right? It says neither black, all right, so he's talking about their skin tone, neither black nor white. They were right in the middle, man, okay? That's why I read the scripture. It says Ephraim is a cake unturned, okay? The North American, so like the northern tribes, all right, of Israel, okay? They're all different skin tones, man, okay? You see, and a lot of them are, as a color of a cake unturned. They're light brown. Okay, the same skin tone as the Canarian people, as we're looking at right here. Okay, those are the North American Indians, man. Okay, look, those are the Indians, man. Okay, this is the tribe of Gad, man. Okay, look at that. You see, it's a different skin tone. That guy has leprosy, but you see, it's different skin tone, man. Okay, different skin tones, man. All right, but a lot of them are mostly, as a cake unturned, man. It's easy, man. You know, this is easy to understand, man. But let's continue reading. All right, I want to read this here. It says, while describing the physical appearance of a group does not necessarily indicate racism, Columbus' description reveals a superficial understanding of a sophisticated people. He thought that their lack of clothing meant that they were poor. Earlier in the entry of his memoirs, he remarked at how easy he traded trinkets. All right, so he traded gifts with the so-called North American Indians. Okay, the tribe of Gad, man. All right, why? Let's go back to the scriptures, man. Okay, let's go back to the scriptures. Back to 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. Okay, the 39th verse, Salakia. All right, and it reads, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes. You see that? This is in the Bible. Okay, let's go back. All right, they were very peaceable, man. They were even trading trinkets with the settlers. Okay, the Edomites. Okay, it says let me go up here. It says read it again. Earlier in the entry, he remarked at how easy he traded trinkets such as glass beads, like what glass beads, just like the stones brothers, the beaded stones brothers wear around their necks right now. Okay, you see brothers with many different stone necklaces and things. Okay. All right, I got pictures of brothers, but I didn't want to put the brothers' pictures up there. So this is a picture of me. Okay. So as you can see, all right, this is just an example. Okay, you see the necklace, right? It says glassed, all right, glass stones, all right, glass beaded stones. You see that? There you go. Okay, this is what brothers wear today. Okay. Continuing on, it says, and many other things of little value. Yeah, little value to the Edomites, but it was of great value to the Israelites. Okay. The so-called North American Indians. It says, which gave them great pleasure, all right, gave the North American Indians great pleasure, and made them so much our friends that it was a marvel to see. See, they were very nice people, okay, all right, as it is written in the scriptures, man, okay, 2nd Esdras 13 and 39 again. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes. You see, the North American Indians are a part of that, are a part of those tribes, because that's the tribe of Gad. Okay, they were peaceable people. Okay, and they marveled the fact that they were peaceable people. Okay, it says, I might grab that scripture too. Matter of fact, hold on. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 19. I'll start at verse 19. And it reads, God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah. It says, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh, okay? Or they fear not God, okay? And it's talking about our people, man. All right. Because well, speaking of our people, all right. Speaking of the what they call the lost 10 tribes of Israel, okay, that came over here to the Americas before the so-called, white man came over here, right? They came over here, as we read in Second Ezra chapter 13, okay, to find a new place and start over and keep their laws, statutes, and commandments, okay. But even when they came over here, man, okay, over time, man, they weren't keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, statutes and commandments the way they were supposed to be kept, okay. They were going off on a lot of things, man, okay. A lot of things that they tried to uphold, a lot of other things that just went off on, okay. You see, verse 20, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Okay. And that verse 19, that's talking about our enemy, man. Okay. Esau, Edom. All right. To correct that. Okay. And then verse 20 goes into it further. It says he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Okay. And who was at peace with them? Okay, we just read in Christopher Columbus memoirs. Okay, that when he came and he first interacted with the so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad. All right, that they were a peaceable and lovable people. Man, they were easy. And well, in his words, they were easy to manipulate and enslave because they were so much of a peaceable people. Okay. As it is written in Second Ezra chapter 13, man, they were a peaceable people, you see. But it says he have put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Yeah, he have broken his covenant. Yeah, because what? And you can look this up, man. All right, this is history. Okay, that the so-called white man here in America, okay, have made peace treaties. All right, I think hundreds of peace treaties, man, if I'm not mistaken, man. But you can look it up. All right, with the so-called North American Indians, man. All right, and broken every single last one of them. Okay, the recent covenant that he has broken, okay, which is Salaki, I forget where it's located, but I know it's somewhere in the Midwest area. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think the state of Minnesota, but there were big headlines, all right, about the Native American burial grounds, all right, being disrupted by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay, to build what? To put gas lines and gas pipes, okay. You can look this up. I'm pretty sure that probably sparked a remembrance in a lot of you guys' brains, okay. But that was the most recent treaty that Esau had broken, when it came to the Native Americans, man, or the tribe of Gad. Okay, so he put his hands against those that had been at peace with him, man. Okay, raped, robbed, and pillaged them, man. Okay, look up the true history of Christopher Colombo, man. Okay, he was a murderer, man. All right. Also written inside of his memoirs is that he couldn't put his sword down, man. His sword stayed, killing, the Israelites, man. Okay, of all the tribes. You see, it says, continuing on in this article. All right, probably close it out and probably go to 30. All right. It says Columbus thought. It says here, I'll put it at the top. Columbus thought that the Native Americans he encountered were unintelligent and easily amused. See, he thought that they were, savages. That's where the the term Indians come from, man. Okay, because the word Indian goes back to the term savage, or the word savage. Okay, he thought that they were savages who needed to be ruled over. Okay. It says he encountered were unintelligent and easily amused. These notions led to a sense of I don't know how to say that word, Salakia, and the idea that the original inhabitants of the land somehow needed Europeans, all right, Esau, Edom, or Edomites, to improve their lives, all right, Columbus continued. It says they should be, now this is what Christopher Columbus said, they should be good servants and intelligent, for I observed that they quickly took in what was said to them, and I believe so they pretty much believed the lies. Okay, they pretty much believed the lies, which let's read on with this. Okay, verse 21. All right, it's talking about Esau Edom. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Okay, it sounded really good. He made it sound real good. It's the same as today. Okay, he'll tell you something to make it sound real good, right? But war was in his heart. See, we'd turn around and go back or do the opposite of what he had agreed to do with you, okay, or agreed to do for you. You see, that's why it says the Edomites, so-called white man, woman, and child, man, they talk with what? A forked tongue. All right. Hence that serpent in the Garden of Eden. All right. Back in the book of Genesis, chapter 3. OK, it wasn't an actual snake that was talking. No, man. It was a snake. It was a snake-like person, man. OK, who had a forked tongue. All right. Who would who would say, no, I'm with y'all, man. I'm with, I'm doing what the Lord told us to do. But ye shall not surely die if you eat from, if you take on the different philosophies or eat from the different trees, the trees being people, right? The different philosophies of these different, other people. You see? And he tricked them, man. Well, he tricked Eve, by the way. But going back, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It sounded good. But war was in his heart. All right. But he'll turn around and rape, rob, and pillage you, man, and kill you. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. All right. And that's exactly what Christopher Columbus did to the so-called Native American Indians, man. OK, well, really, all the tribes of Israel. OK. All right. So I don't want this to go too long. So this is what I'm going to do. OK, we're going to cut and get right to the scriptures and end this off. All right. All right. Speaking of the book of Genesis. OK. All right, now we understand the tribe of Gad is the North American Indians, or what they call the North American Indians. Okay, book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 11, and it reads, and Leah, all right, Gad's a mother, right, says, and Leah said, a troop cometh, okay, and she called his name Gad, okay, because when you go into the word Gad, okay, it literally means troop. See, all right, omen nomen, all right. Why is it an omen nomen? Genesis chapter 49, verse 19, and it reads, Gad, all right, the tribe of Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, all right? Now, this is the two parts right here, okay? It says that the tribe of Gad, a troop shall overcome him, okay? Now, what is a troop, okay? Gadawad, okay, for the word a troop, okay? The Hebrew word gadawad, okay? And it means what? Let's read it. It says a crowd, all right, especially of soldiers. OK, was that not what Christopher Columbus and his men were? Absolutely. It says army, all right, army, band of man. OK, company, troop of robbers. You see that? Did they not come to rape, rob, and pillage? Yeah, that's what they did. That's history. This is the history that, America wants to cover up now. But I mean, it's history. It's America's history. OK, they have shed the blood of the innocent, man. OK, because they were at peace. It's like a peace with them. OK, it's not a piss, Salakia, peace with them. OK, you see, and it says Genesis 49 and 19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. All right. It says, but he shall overcome at the last. What does that mean? It's about in the end, okay? In the end, what? Gad, all right along with the other 12 tribes of Israel, is going to have their enemies in bondage, man. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, it's like chapter 14, verse 2 to the fourth verse, okay? And it reads, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, okay? What people? The Israelites, okay? It says, and the house of Israel, all right, which is the northern tribes, the lost 10 tribes that we read about in the book of 2nd Esdras, right? It says, shall possess them in the land. It says, in the land of the Lord, Yahweh, okay, which is on the land of Israel, okay, for servants and handmaids, okay? See? And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. See? So that's what's going to happen, man. All right. We are now captive, under our enemies, our oppressors. But in the last, okay, in the kingdom of heaven is going to be reversed. Okay. We're going to have them in captivity. Okay. In our kingdom, man. Okay. Yahweh Shai's kingdom, man. All right. Who we're going to be joint heirs with to the throne of the kingdom of heaven. Verse 3. And it shall come to pass that in that day, it's like that, yeah, that in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, right? Because even look, Gad went through a lot of sorrow. Gad's still going through a lot of sorrow. All the 10 tribes, the northern kingdom. Okay. Like I said, I myself would be considered a Seminole Indian from the tribe of Reuben, man. All right. And I know we going through hell. Okay. It says, and from thy fear and from the hard bondage, slavery, wherein thou wast made to serve. Okay. Just like what Christopher Columbus came over here and did to the Native American Indians and the rest of the 10 tribes. Okay. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Now, is that talking about the ancient king of Babylon? No, it's talking about right here. Okay. Because this is called what? The great whore of Babylon. Okay. The mystery daughter of Babylon, man. Okay. Why is it a mystery? Because for long, all right, nobody understood where or who, all right, or what nation was the mystery daughter of Babylon. Okay. But now we know it's not a mystery no more, man. All right. The daughter of Babylon is the United States of America, man. Okay. It says, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? All right, which means stopped. All right, the golden city ceased. Yeah, it's gonna be taken down by thermonuclear fire. Number one, via the nuclear warheads that are gonna be shot from these different nations. Yes, that's gonna happen. World War III is not just a rumor. Okay, it's going to happen. All right, Russia and all these other nations are going to shoot nukes at America, man. It's prophecy. It's gonna happen. All right, this place is wicked. It has to be cleansed. And what are the two cleansing agents? Water, which that happened when? During the time of the flood, during the time of Noah. Okay, and the Lord what? Gave us the rainbow as a sign, right, of His promise not to flood the earth again. So this time, what is He going to cleanse the world with? Fire. All right, because fire is the second cleansing agent. Okay. All right. So let's continue. You know what? We're at 33 minutes. We'll stop here. We'll do a part 3. Okay. So go over to the next video, the part 3, and I'll continue from there. All right. Shalom.